don't use the word change. People don't like change. But instead, what you want to do is look at it from a positive perspective. Because I'm so excited about this topic that I'm really passionate about. I want to invite you through that process with me. This is not eternity. This is a positive thing that's happening around us. Or we get disconnected
Hi everybody! Welcome! Happy Friday! Hump day! No. Someday I will get it right and I will let you know exactly what time of the day it is and what day it is without messing it up on the first try. So it is Wednesday, February 26th. Got that one. 24th. Oh geez. Yep, it's the 24th. Still working on it, guys. But thank you for tuning in. I have put together a nice little show. It's just going to be me today. but I think that it'll be a good one. So let me first begin by giving you guys an update. I've been getting a lot of questions about how the IUI journey is going, and I'll give you that update. And if you are watching right now, either on Facebook or on YouTube, please say hi in the chat. Let me know you're there. Always makes me feel good to know that someone's listening. So here's the update. We are on day 9 of the cycle. And tomorrow I go in for my next blood draw and ultrasound. So I had my baseline of last Thursday. That's where they do the blood draw and the first ultrasound to just check and see where we're starting from. And then I did Clomid starting last Thursday and for 5 days. So yes, 2 days ago is when I took my last dose at night of Clomid. And if it's your first time hearing about this, yeah, Clomid. Oh, do we not have sound coming in here? Oh boy. Yeah, we do. Okay, we're good. Sorry, for some reason I did not see that on my little thing. I got a little scared that I'm just talking to nobody. But yeah, we're doing good. We're feeling okay. The last few days were a little rough with Clomid because it just makes me feel very blah. It makes me feel a little bit unenergized, a little bit crabby, just not really, myself. People have said they can kind of tell when I am on Clomid, they can kind of tell I'm not myself. That's normal. That's totally normal, guys. So if that happens to you, let me know. Other people have said that they experience hot flashes when they're on Clomid. I did have that a little bit. In fact, what I did is a burpee in the snow and put video of that out online, and people really dug that. It was kind of silly, but hey, you know what? You got to make the best of the situation. So I'll keep you guys posted as I go through IUI. This is the second round, so it's not as new and exciting as it was the first time. I am still working on editing the video that I actually captured all the appointments and the procedure itself on video, and that's a lot to edit together, and I know I keep promising that I'm going to put it out there, but I did something cool yesterday. I'm very worried with the support groups that I'm in on Facebook. I'm in, I think, 3 or 4 of them. Anything from like IUI and IVF to just IVF. And one of my favorites is the support group around the book, It Starts with the Egg by Rebecca Fett, which you guys know that I talk about that book all the time. I'm sure it's sitting very, within arm's reach of me. But that group is one of my favorites, and I've been very careful not to promote my YouTube channel in them, even though I really want to, and I think it would be very beneficial for the members. I am just so scared because there's rules about it, and you can get kicked out of the groups for self-promotion. And I know a lot of people are sharing their stories on YouTube and Instagram and their Facebook pages, and they're not hey guys, follow me and stuff. But I just really felt like, especially this Friday's episode that's coming up, it can really be very beneficial, and I see questions in the groups around the topics that I'm covering. So I kind of took a chance and I put it out there and I said, hey, look, admins, delete this. Don't kick me out if it's not appropriate. But I have a YouTube channel. Would anybody be interested in checking it out? And I didn't put the link in there. I just asked if anybody would want to if it was okay. And all of a sudden, right away, people started saying, yes, send me the link. So I swear, I think it was at least 20 people, by this morning that I had direct messaged the link to. It was whoa, this is awesome. Now there's going to be strangers listening to me instead of just mom and dad and Kelly. Which, if you guys are there, let me know, because usually you guys have said hi by now. Ooh, let me bring this up here. Maybe my YouTube chat isn't popping into my screen yet, so maybe that's what it is. Ooh. I'll get it. It's coming. Yep, that's the one. YouTube. There it is. Okay, so if you guys have said anything, it'll pop in soon. Sorry if I missed those right away. So anyway, long story short, yeah, I have, here we go. There's my comments, and my husband, of course. Hump day. He's watching. Thanks, babe. And mom and dad are here. Appreciate that. Always the support from these guys. Love it. All right, let me talk about something else real quick. On Monday of this week, a new episode of my friend's podcast dropped, and the reason it's so exciting is because me and Bert were his special guests. So Spark, who we play broomball with, and he works with me, and he was the DJ at our wedding. We go way back. He has a podcast called Cookies for Breakfast, and it's anywhere that you can find podcasts. He's been going strong for about a year, and he's been following our journey. And so he had us on his podcast. We recorded it, I think, on Saturday. He edited it and has it up, ready to go. So if you guys want to hear about that, his channel's normally about, he's a comedian and does stand up and everything. And his channel usually is a little dirty and raunchy and funny. But he kind of took a chance with his audience and had Bert and I on to talk about our fertility journey because he thought it was really important to help us break the silence on that. It was really cool. We were able to sneak in a kind of funny / dirty story about Bert's first time getting his semen analysis, which I'm not going to give it away here because I want you to listen to the podcast and support Spark and check it out. So yeah, look it up, Cookies for Breakfast. It was a good episode, and I recommend just following Spark and what he's doing anyway. So now that we possibly have some new listeners and followers out there, and don't be shy if you're new. If you guys are new and watching, please just, drop a note into the comments, say hi or new. This is still new for me. This is the fifth week of streaming, and I've been getting better and better at it as I go, and I'm just dedicated to continuing to improve this. Okay, next. I am so excited for Friday's episode. I've already put a lot of work into it. My guest is going to be LK Strader, and she's a psychologist who recently started her own practice called Sex for Humans. And it's sex therapy and stuff, but it's so much more than that. I didn't even know that. It didn't even occur to me to the realm of everything around sexuality and psychology and everything like that. And she was really, kind of surprised by, the issues that I'm currently going through, which is, maybe you can relate, but if you're going through infertility and you're on the timing, you have to do it now, you have to do it, when you think you're ovulating, you might not feel like doing it. So how do you keep the excitement in the bedroom? And then beyond just the fertility journey, right? If you're pregnant or postpartum, or you have kids, or it's just been a while and we want to try and, introduce some love back into the relationship, and not love, but, intimacy. It's not just sex, it's intimacy. So we're going to be talking about that, and you're going to get some take-home tips that you can try out with your partner. And I'm really excited to dive into this on a personal level and also for the viewers. So I hope that you guys, set a little, save the date for Friday, 1:00. We'll be here on Instagram, or not Instagram, on YouTube and on Facebook. And I think we're going live to her page as well. So please tune in. That's going to be one of our best episodes yet. And then coming up, we have two other guests that are lined up. One of them is Stephanie Ferenczi, and she knows everything about skincare, and she's fantastic. So she's going to actually talk to us about what to look for on the packaging, what to avoid when you're using skincare products, and she's going to have some recommendations on great things to use. And then I have another great guest who we're going to have her on multiple times. Lauren Fallon is going to be joining us to talk about support groups and therapy during different phases of your journey. So when you're in your fertility journey, there's, and if you're going through infertility, like Bert and I are, there's some very dark times, and you can feel very alone. And there's professional help out there, and there's absolutely, positively nothing wrong with getting that kind of a help. I've been going to therapy for 10 years, and I think it's the best thing, one of the best things I've ever done. I always tell everybody that they should have a therapist. It's not a sign that something's wrong with you. It's a sign that you're working on yourself. Just like you'd work out your body, you've got to work out your heart, your emotions, and your feelings. Lauren also has a photography business, and what she's really working on is the birth photography. And I've already gotten this okayed with Bert, but Lauren is going to be doing our birth photography. I can't wait. I think it's such a magical thing to capture, and she is so passionate about it. I'm just so happy to know Lauren and how much she cares about fertility and pregnancy and birth, as much as I do, and like wants to build community around this as well. So she's going to talk to us on two separate occasions, one about photography and one about those support groups, either in group settings or one-on-one. And just know that it's out there and that it's an awesome thing to tap into when you need it. Okay, cool. I'm saving up something for the end for you guys. I know that the topic of today is actually letters to myself. We're going to get there. But I have one more thing that popped up in our groups today that I wanted to cover. And that is around BPAs and phthalates. Look at me. I actually looked up how to say that word. It is spelled with a PH at the beginning, but that is silent. It's PHTHALATES, but it is pronounced phthalates. Look at me go. All right, learning a little bit every day, guys. So the question was, because a new article came out, I think on CNN, and they are talking about, they're bringing awareness to what, people in the fertility kind of world here have kind of been knowing this. It's in Rebecca Fett's book, how dangerous phthalates and BPA can be for the reproductive system and for egg health and development in the baby and everything like that. And really how scary it honestly is that it is found in so many things in our lives. And it's so dangerous for us. And why? Read this article because it kind of explains why it's so hard to just like switch and get rid of them. It's because it's in so many things, and the cost to switch to something else. The problem is if they switch to something else that maybe hasn't been studied, that could also be doing harm. So it's kind of like this, just better to have awareness, and hopefully this will all get worked out type of thing. But I did want to let you know a couple tips about this. So BPAs are found in a lot of things. You commonly think of them in plastics, and a lot of times they are released, when you scratch the surface or heat it, or even just when you touch it. And they are not found in harder plastics. So they're usually found in the plastics that you can bend and stuff like that. So for example, the question that I saw today on the group was, oh my gosh, I want to do the Invisalign, it's like putting plastic in your mouth. Like, does that have BPA in it? And that's a great question. I actually just recently did Bite last year, which is another version of Invisalign. It was great. Straightened my teeth out. I'm very happy with it. But I looked into this, and that is a hard plastic, and it's a polyurethane, or something. It's a medical grade film, plastic poly something film, and it's not going to contain the BPAs that you'll find in the softer plastics. That's not to say there's not something else in it, but it's not the BPAs that we know for sure are super harmful. But they're using medical grade stuff. If they're, a company's having you put something into your mouth, they've got to be pretty darn certain that that's not going to be harmful to you. But the question is, if you're trying to get pregnant, is that a good thing to risk or do? And really, I did some research on this, and the company Bite, the one that I use, actually recommended, hey, if you're pregnant, don't start on this, because during pregnancy, guess what? Your teeth might shift just because you're pregnant. I didn't even know that. All these little surprises you don't know until you're going through pregnancy. I don't know. Did anyone experience that? Let me know in the comments if you ever experienced your teeth shifting while you were pregnant, if you've gone through that. Or what other changes? I think your hair used to be red, and then when you were pregnant, it turned brown. Is that right? What other changes did you guys go through when you were pregnant? I'd love to hear where this goes. This can be a fun episode sometime in the future, just to talk about all those things. So anyway, just want to let you guys know, I will post that CNN article to my Baby Talk Facebook page. So if you want to check out that article, that's where it's going to be. A couple just other quick things here. And I won't read this whole thing to you, but don't microwave your foods or drinks in plastic, right? Look for glassware. Glassware is safe, or steel, like if you've got an Nalgene bottle or one of those, like metal bottles, just make sure that you clean them really well, and that's important too. Like, be careful that you're cleaning it with safe cleaning products. Just have to be like a little aware. Don't be scared. That's one of the things, is like you start to learn how dangerous all these products and things can be. It can get very scary, and you can start going, well, what on earth am I allowed to touch? Oh my God, or eat or consume or whatever. It gets a little bit overwhelming on all the don'ts and all the do's. So just know this is an important thing. It's the first thing that I think Rebecca addresses in her book, of trying to cut out those plastics in the kitchen. Be aware also the coating on receipts has BPA in it, and so when you touch a receipt, it gets absorbed into your skin and it does find your way into your system. Phthalates, I want to get back to that real quick. So phthalates are actually found in fragrances, okay? And most beauty products are going to actually say, have to say that they have phthalates, unless phthalates are being used in a fragrance. Then in that case, on the ingredients, all it could say is fragrance. So you're not even being told when you're either spraying yourself with this or consuming it or putting it on your skin or whatever. It's kind of scary, these loopholes that are out there for these products. So there are apps out there that try to tell you and everything, and it's a tough thing to really know what doesn't contain the phthalates, but if it does have fragrance to it, that might be something to as a red flag to steer away from. Okay. And I know there's some soaps that I just love the smell of, and I just want to keep using them, and I had to give up my favorite perfume because I'm just not sure if I can trust it or not. But these are the things we have to give up for now, and then once we're done having babies, we can go back to smelling beautiful. Besides, you guys can't smell me through the screen anyway, so it's okay. Okay, so that's my little thing about phthalates and BPAs today. Hope you learned a little something. Is there anything else here I didn't miss? Okay. If you wanted to check out this was just a really helpful thing I found online. Let's see here, doh.wa.gov/biomonitoring, the one down here. Okay, let's take it to my final segment of today's show. Here we go. My mom's hair got darker with each pregnancy. So it's not even just that it changed the first time she got pregnant, it got darker each time. It's fascinating. Curious, if that happens with age, or if that really was, if you can, if that actually happened from pregnancy. I don't know. I'm very curious about this now. I'm going to write it down as a possible topic. Writing it down now. And then Bert is vouching that he can smell me, even though he's upstairs, but he knows that I smell nice. Thank you, babe. That's not always the case, especially when we're working out together, babe, and I'm sorry for that. But you also farted while we worked out this morning, so we're even. Mom, I honestly don't know about the soap that I gave you. I would assume it's probably not super safe, but again, you're past the kind of like risk for this. You're not planning on having any more kids, as far as I know, and I'm pretty sure you can't, but let me know if you're going to surprise me with something. But I'll look into it. I'll find out. I gave my mom Nest is the brand, and I love those scents, and I have them admittedly in my house, and I do use them to clean my hands, so I'll look into it just so that I know. I have to practice when I'm preaching over here. Okay, how are we looking today? I feel like I'm a little off center. There we go. Looking good. Okay. Changes during pregnancy. Writing that down. Guys, my memory is not great unless I write things down. And sad story, not sad that I went to go visit my parents this weekend for my mom's 60th birthday. Way to go, Mom. Happy birthday. 60 years. And I brought my favorite markers and journal and my little pouch that I carry with me everywhere that I write all of my, everything down in. I don't know why I brought it with me. I have no idea what I was planning on writing down while I was there, but guess what? Left it there, and I won't see them again till Sunday. So I'm going a whole week without my favorite little journal that I write everything in. All my ideas, hopes, and dreams are in there. Changes during pregnancy. Finished writing this down on a scrap piece of paper that hopefully will make its way into my journal when I am reconnected with it on Sunday. Okay, now guys, you ready? We're going into the final segment here. It might get emotional. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I put it together for you. I put a little bit of thought into this. So let me introduce this last section. It is letters to myself. And the way that this came about was, and I actually don't know where the original inspiration was. Not sure. Sorry, I'm clicking around here really quick. Sweet. Okay. I coach Emily and I. So I coach boot camp virtually through Zoom. With a co-coach. We started our own little thing after the gym that we used to work for didn't make it through the pandemic. A lot of those clients wanted to keep working out with us, so we just put it together and it was just something we were doing on the side. And in January, we decided for the month of February to do a 4-week challenge to help people, just stay on track during the winter. It's very easy to stay cuddled up in bed and skip the workout. But we know how important it is to get those endorphins going with movement, even if that's just walking on a treadmill or, walking the dog or whatever. Workouts, getting sweaty and stuff really get it going, keep you healthy in lots of ways. The challenge also included a personal wellness goal, and that was helping people get, think of whatever their big goal right now is and what is one thing that they need to do, make a habit of in order to achieve that goal, right? So we didn't say, hey, we're going to try and achieve your goal in 4 weeks. We're just going to work on one thing that you need to do in order to achieve that big goal, which is awesome. By the way, part of the reason I'm bringing this up today is because we're starting another challenge. We will be, if this all goes as planned, we're going to be starting a new 4-week challenge every month on the first Monday of the month, which means for March, that's next Monday. So if you are interested in this, I'll link it on the Baby Talk Facebook page, but you can also just message me if you know me, because if you're watching this, you probably know me. We're only charging $20 for this program. There's accountability. We have live updates on Sundays to let you guys know who's in the lead in the standings, but really everybody honestly is a winner because everyone develops new healthy habits by the end of the 4-week challenge, whether that's in movement, nutrition, or their personal goal. But last week, we also had a bonus. So you could get extra points if you wrote a letter to yourself from today to yourself of 10 years ago, okay? And then the second half of that we encouraged them to do was then write a letter to yourself of today from 10 years from now. Does that make sense? Okay. Why? Take a second and just think, what would you tell yourself now, or what would you tell yourself of 10 years ago now? Like, knowing what you know now, what advice would you have for yourself of 10 years ago? Okay. Now this is going to be different for everybody, obviously. Maybe 10 years ago, everything was just fine. It's no big deal. Maybe you want to adjust that a little bit. Maybe you were going through something kind of tough, 15 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever it may be. But the good thing is you made it, right? You're here now. Wherever you are in life, you made it through whatever that dark time was. And I love talking about this hero's journey type of thing where you are the hero of your own journey, and you're going to go through tough spots and you're going to make it through, and it's going to be triumphant, and you're going to survive. In most cases. So, with that in mind, we go through tough times, and some are tougher than others, and obviously what Bert and I are going through right now with infertility seems like a pretty big deal. And I can sense that some people think that that's all that we have going on, but honestly, we have more. I have, I'm still working part-time for Chicago Sport and Social Club. I am, running that fitness group with Coach Emily, just like I told you about. Bert and I host virtual bingo for our friends and family, and also private events for like PTAs and companies and stuff like that. Like, we have a lot going on. And then also on top of that, like everything that I'm doing here for you guys with this streaming, like I am working so hard to like learn all this streaming stuff and learn how to kind of build this community and attract people to it and engage them and like make it so that it's meaningful and it's not just me like being full of myself, for 3 hours a week in front of a bunch of people. So I want you to know, like, even though that, yeah, this, whatever tough thing you're going through right now, I hear you. It's not the only thing you're going through right now. There's so much more on top of that. Lauren is here. Thanks for watching, Lauren. Lauren says she loves this exercise. I do it all the time with my clients. This is awesome. So I hope that, you know, today's episode actually inspires people to take a little time to write a note to themselves as well. You know, if it's right after the show or just later when you have some downtime, it doesn't have to be a long letter. It could just be a little note that says, hey, Lynn of 10 years ago, or blank your name of 10 years ago, you're going to make it. And I think that's the gist of these letters, right? So do you guys want to hear my letters? Or do you kind of just like the example here? Let me know if you want to hear my letters. And if you don't want to hear my letters, don't say anything, and I won't read them to you. I'll just keep them to myself. I wrote them for myself. But hang out here for a second. I'm gonna mute, and I'm gonna get ready for this segment. All right, guys. Hey, what's up? I'm Lynn of 2011. It's a pretty dark time right now. I don't really feel like laughing. Hey, what's this? I just found this letter to Lynn of 2011 from Lynn of 2021. What could this say? I'm glad you guys want to hear this. All right, here we go. And yeah, I didn't have bangs in 2011, so that's what's going on here. Whew. Okay. Dear Lynn of 2011, this year will go down as one of the toughest of your first 35 years or more of life. But just know it's all going to be okay. Thanks, Bert. I'm glad that you like my hair. All right, let's be serious here. It's hard to be serious. This is emotional. Okay, here we go. Right now, you're feeling very alone, confused, and depressed. Okay. You'll bury yourself in your new job in order to keep your mind off things. You'll go through a long year of navigating a marriage separation and divorce without much support because many people you know have gone through this, and it's really hard for you to talk about it because you feel like it's all your fault and your feelings aren't valid. But they are. The absolute best thing that will come out of this is discovering yourself through therapy and learning how to connect with your true feelings and emotions. But be patient, as this will be a painful process. Try to take it easy on yourself, but you'll learn how to do that through therapy with Mark. If I can give you one piece of advice, it's this. Find support in your friends, even though it seems like they are judging you. They are not. Don't lose good friends over this. Don't shut them out. Focus on you without the validation from anyone. You are so much stronger than you know. Here are a few good things to look forward to. Don't worry, this is page 2 of a 2-page letter, so we're almost through it. Okay. Number 1, you will meet the true love of your life 1 year from now, which is true. 2, the friends you have now will still be there in 10 years, and you are about to meet some of your new closest friends in the next year and a half. Number 3, I still have the paintings of feathers you did on display. Make more art. It helps you connect with you. Number 4, you did good giving up drinking. Keep it up. This will help keep the darkness away. Number 5, when it feels like too much and you just want the world to stop, it's okay to cry, feel hurt, write it down, call mom, do art, rearrange the furniture, work out, spend time with a friend, watch Ted Lasso. Oh, but shoot, this doesn't come out until 2020, so never mind on that last one. You will feel better. You will forgive yourself. This year will not be what defines you. You will do so much good for yourself in the way of mental and emotional care that it will naturally spread to those around you. I love you. Lynn. Oh, guys, thanks. All right. Whew. Sorry, the lighting got really bad in here, too. Okay. Little break again. I'm going to dry my eyes. Oopsies. Got this. What's up, guys? I just put the kids down for a nap. Hey, it's Lynn of 2031 here. I just want, Lynn of 2021 to know that it's going to be okay. So I'm writing her a letter here. I'm going to read you the letter that I wrote to Lynn of 2021. Please keep it down. The kids are sleeping, okay? All right. A letter to Lynn of today, 2/4/21, from Lynn of 10 years from now, 2031, written by Lynn of today, 2021. Okay. Hey, Lynn. If I recall correctly, you just finished writing a letter to yourself of 2011. It's no coincidence that a lot of the advice you gave yourself then is similar to the advice I'm going to give you. You're going through a fertility journey, and it's been 2 years of trying, and you're in your second round of IUI. I can't tell you how your baby will come, but I promise you, you will be a mom, and you and Bert are going to be great as parents. You have learned all the tools that you need for emotional wellness, and you will build an amazing support system. Or you have built an amazing support system. Stay focused, and success will follow. When you feel like giving up, that's okay. Allow yourself to explore those feelings, and then keep going and figure out what's next. I think that's what Frozen's all about, right? Yeah, my 10-year-old's nap, Mom. Okay, hey, don't interrupt my letter here. And besides, they might not be 10 yet. Obviously, 10 years from now, they wouldn't even be 10. At the most, they'd be 9. Oh, my gosh. Actually, they'd be 8. Yeah, all right. 8-year-old's nap, maybe, if I'm lucky. Okay, back to the letter. All right, you don't know everything yet, and you never will, but you will keep learning and growing. And just remember, you can't know something you haven't learned yet. So keep asking questions, exploring, and keep an open mind. I love you. Lynn. Yes, guys. All right. Back to Lynn of 2021. I don't know if I really need to take this off, but I will. Okay. Hey, guys. Wow, that was some crazy time travel. Good thing I don't get seasick from that. I don't know. Why would I get seasick from time travel? I don't know. Yeah, Paul, keep it down. Just please with the kids. But now it's okay. Now just the cats are napping and they'll sleep through anything. But thanks for showing up, Paul. Appreciate it. And I like that you like my letter. What an emotional afternoon we've had here, guys. So I don't know that I really need to dive into the reasoning behind all this, but I will say it was extremely helpful for me today to go through this, do this exercise. I highly recommend that you do it as well. I'm seeing your comments here, Bert. The twins are sleeping. Stop it with the twins. Oh my God. I swear to God, if we keep joking about this, we're going to end up with twins. It's not going to be funny. All right. I think you guys, are awesome for listening to this and cheering me on. Your support means so much. And Bert and I are feeling that support all the time. And I think one of the next episodes that I want to talk about actually is about that support and how when you sense somebody's going through something really difficult, sometimes it's very hard to talk to them about it. You're not quite sure the right things to say. And I know we tried to address that in Monday's episode when we had Danny and Caitlin on, and they're best friends, and they kind of talked about how they talk about things and how they navigate those changes in life. But for our process and fertility and everything, it's easy because we're being so open about it, so people feel more comfortable asking those follow-up questions. But it's a lot harder to do when either you don't know what's going on, or you know that somebody is going through something tough, but they're not talking about it first. So that's something I'd love to explore. There's someone in mind that I'd like to ask to have on as a guest, but maybe Lauren, this is something that we can talk about when we have you on as well. So that is my very emotional episode today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a little bit out of it. Let's see here. Let me know if you guys have ever done this exercise before. Have you written these letters before? Did you get a lot out of it? Is this something that you might try doing? Is this kind of just like not your cup of tea? And I get that too. I didn't think it was my cup of tea till I did it. And then I'm like, I think this is actually pretty good. I'm going to save these, maybe stumble upon them in 10 years from now and have a little chuckle and see how accurate they are. Kind of like a little time capsule. I know that my mom does a line a day journaling. Lauren does this kind. Lauren, I think, is saying, yeah, that was something we can definitely address when we have her on in the show. Lauren, thanks for watching today. Paul, thank you for watching, and thanks for thanking me for sharing, and I appreciate you. Thanks, guys. And yeah, putting myself out there is all what it's all about now, and I wouldn't do it if you guys weren't so supportive. So, thank you. Bert's gonna give it a shot. Awesome, babe. Way to go. Yeah, and you don't have to share it with anyone, right? Like, it can be a private little thing, and that way you might actually be even a little bit more vulnerable, right? You might write things that you wouldn't say to someone else, but Paul's never tried, but sounds helpful. Give it a try, Paul. Yeah, I like journaling. I don't do it enough, but I think that it's great, and I think that it's really cool because my mom does a line a day, and these I actually have one of these. Look at this. They sell these on Amazon. It's like, I don't know, $10 or something like that. And it'll last you 5 years. And it's really cool because, you have room on one page for 5 years. And it's just, you just write down one little thing about that day. And it's kind of cool because a year from now, then you see, oh, here's what I was doing a year ago. I actually started using this to keep track of my gardening to see like when I planted things and stuff. But honestly, I wish I'd kept up with it on just like a feelings level, and I think I might pick that back up again. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. Friday's episode is going to be kick-ass. We're going to talk about sex, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to talk about intimacy too. It's not just sex, it's intimacy. I hope to see you on Friday. I hope the rest of your Wednesday is awesome, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.